Home alone, or are you? When I was younger, I spent the day helping a neighbor rake leaves on his property. He was friendly with my family, so he walked me home to say hi to my parents. We walked into the house and heard my mom upstairs talking. It sounded like she was on the phone and walking around. I called for my dad. No answer. My neighbor says, "Well, it sounds like your mom is on the phone. I'll catch them another time." We say goodbye and he leaves. I go upstairs to see my mom, but I can't seem to find her or hear her anymore. I search the house and it's empty. I'm thinking, did she leave the house while I was saying goodbye to the neighbor somehow? I called my dad's cell. My mom didn't have one, and he picks right up. I ask him where he is and if he knows where mom went. We're at the store. We've been running errands for a couple of hours. Instant goosebumps. Yeah, I would too. Yeah, yeah, no. My neighbor and I both heard footsteps upstairs and a woman's voice. No idea who or what it was, but we both heard it. I waited outside until my parents got home. Yeah, I wouldn't go inside. I wouldn't stay inside either, so I would have also waited outside. Fame has its downsides. Our street is almost 200 years old, so it attracts tourists in our city. There have been more than a few times where I've come upstairs from the garden level kitchen and living room to the street level first floor to find that I hadn't closed the curtains. Tourists would be peeking in, trying to see what the interior looks like. It's annoying and kind of creepy, but I'm used to it. One night I came upstairs to go to bed to find some guy standing in front of our window. Our windows are the original casings, so they've got heavy wooden interior shutters we close at night. I closed one side because screw it, I don't care. If you want to see our upstairs living room, I'm tired. I went to do the other, and he just gave me this furious look, like this face twisted into so much anger that it stopped me in my tracks. We stared each other down for a few minutes before he gave me this big, creepy, leering smile. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, go on. And walk slowly down the street. Now I really need to get that image out of my head, Caleb. I think I woke up and checked her deadbolt and chain like 8 times throughout the course of that night. But, anyways, hello and welcome back to Sit Back and Get Scared. And today we are going to be looking at some scary home alone stories. Happy birthday. So my girlfriend went out of town for the weekend, so all my friends came over for a night of games and alcohol. A few days later, so opens the oven to make dinner, and I found a baked cake in it. No dirty dishes, no mess, no explanation whatsoever. To this day, none of us know how it got there. It's not a creepy ghost story like some here, but it is the biggest mystery of my life. And no, nobody was drunk enough to forget baking a perfect cake, cleaning the dishes, and putting everything away. Dad's sick. 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, I was in bed petting my very bossy cat who had pushed my bedroom open a few minutes prior when I saw my dad. The entry to the kitchen is that, an entrance. There's no door. I saw him in his oversized black shorts and miscellaneous old tee cross the kitchen entryway. First I thought, why is he not at work? Then I realized that he wasn't wearing his glasses, which led me to think he must be sick. So get up despite my cat's nasty face and walk into the kitchen to ask if he is feeling okay. No one was there. No one was home. All the doors were still locked. I wasn't afraid, but turning that corner and expecting to see a person and seeing nothing but a bright empty room was very creepy. Yeah, yes, it was. And now we have. Do you know who your neighbors are? Yes, no, I don't know. I live in a loft in a downtown area next to a few bars. You better go to 'em. The entrance to the building is a street-side unmarked door, randomly placed between businesses. It usually goes unnoticed. It opens directly to a staircase leading to the three apartments here. It's been a constant fear that drunk people from the bars mistakenly make their way into my foyer. Back in October, I had the shock of a lifetime. It was 3 a.m. Of course it was. Everything happens at 3 a.m. on a work night, and I woke up hearing two very distinct voices coming from my living room area. I have two friends who have keys to my place in case they are at the bar and need to sleep it off, but neither voice sounded like them. Then I heard what sounded like an eerie violin. I got two drunk people had broken into my apartment and I guess decided to watch a movie or something. I was freaking out, just like I would, and trying to figure it out. Again, just like I would. I just hid and hoped it would go away. I wouldn't hide, I would run and get the hell out of there. But that's just me. Finally, the sounds just completely disappeared, which was just as disheartening. Yeah. I didn't hear any footsteps, so it made me think that they grew aware of my presence. I grabbed a weapon I keep next to my bed and slowly creeped toward the living room. Nothing was there. It was pitch black, and everything was turned off. Turns out my neighbor, who owns the film studio I lived above, pulled an all-nighter editing his entry to the Halloween horror film contest he hosts every year. He was reviewing his film and accidentally paired with my soundbar instead of his own. He played the audio very loudly to a horror film to me in my pitch black apartment at 3 in the morning. Wow. Just wow. Finally, we have hide and seek when parents are away is not for the faint of heart. When I was around 11 or so, my siblings and I were all playing hide and seek. Now I know under the bed is the first place you always look, but for whatever reason, I decided to hide under my little sister's bed in her dark room. So I get down on the floor and squeeze under and wait for the seeker to come looking for me. And as I'm laying there, waiting, I hear a little girl giggle next to me. Nope, forget hide and seek. I'm out of here. Goodbye. I could clearly see I was the only one under the bed. Again, leave. And I was the only one in the room. And I shot from under the bed, finally, and told everyone what would happen. What happened, and that was the end of the game. Okay. we really need to take a break. But that is it for scary Home Alone stories. So.